What's up, Cowboys Nation and NFL fans around the world? We've got what might be the biggest defensive news of the offseason. And if this turns out to be true, it's going to shake up not just the Cowboys organization, but maybe the entire balance of power in the NFC. Reports are now breaking that Robert Saleh, the former head coach of the New York Jets and one of the most respected defensive minds in the modern NFL, has been hired as the new defensive coordinator of the Dallas Cowboys. I'll let that sink in for a moment. This isn't just another random assistant being moved around. This is a bold, aggressive, head-turning hire that signals a major shift in Dallas's approach to defense, a unit that, let's be honest, has had flashes of brilliance over the past few seasons, but has also collapsed under pressure when it mattered most. Think about last season. The Cowboys had Super Bowl expectations and explosive offense, plenty of star power on defense, but when the playoffs came around, that defense couldn't stop a nosebleed. Like missed tackles, blown coverages, lack of discipline, it all added up to another painful early exit. And now here comes Jerry Jones making what could be one of his most aggressive coaching moves in years by bringing in Robert Saleh, a man known for fire, intensity, intelligence, and perhaps most importantly, accountability. This guy isn't just a play caller, he's a tone setter, a culture builder, someone who commands respect from his players the moment he steps into the building. And while he didn't find sustained success as a head coach in New York, you have to look deeper at what he dealt with there. Injuries, quarterback, instability, organizational dysfunction, and yet, even with all that, his defenses often kept the Jets in games they had no business competing in. He maximized talent, developed young players, and built units that punched way above their weight class. So now the thought of Robert Saleh walking into the Cowboys facility, looking at guys like Micah Parsons, DeMarcus Lawrence, Trevon Diggs, and Daron Bland, it's downright terrifying if you're an opposing offensive coordinator. Imagine a scheme where Micah Parsons is unleashed even more creatively, moving all over the field, rushing the passer from unexpected angles, dropping into coverage occasionally just to mess with quarterbacks' reads. Think about a secondary that plays fast, aggressive zone coverage, forcing turnovers, and flying to the football with that classic Saleh energy. You think Dan Quinn had this defense playing well? Saleh might take it up 2 or 3 notches if the players buy in. And let's be real, they probably will. Players love playing for this guy. They respond to him. He brings that alpha energy that inspires trust and fire. But let's talk real for a minute. This move isn't just about X's and O's. It's about fixing something deeper in Dallas, something that's been broken for years. The Cowboys have had the talent to contend for a title multiple years in a row, and yet they keep getting bounced early. And it's always the same story. Mental lapses, defensive collapses, lack of killer instinct. Saleh might be the guy to bring that edge back, to turn this defense into a unit that not only dominates statistically, but shows up in the biggest moments. The kind of defense that doesn't just rack up sacks in week 3 against the Giants, but gets the game-clinching stop in January against the 49ers or Eagles. Now, I know some of y'all are probably skeptical. I get it. Saleh didn't work out as a head coach. The Jets were underwhelming. But coaching in New York is like trying to pilot a spaceship through a hurricane. It's chaos. No quarterback stability, no continuity. And let's not forget, his defenses were never the problem. Go back and watch the film. His units played with heart and effort even when the rest of the team was unraveling. And when he was a DC in San Francisco, elite. That 2019 Niners defense was absolutely nasty. Fast, physical, dominant. They made it to the Super Bowl with Jimmy Garoppolo at quarterback. It's Jair, and you don't do that unless your defense is carrying the load. So if he brings even a portion of that energy and scheme to Dallas, this defense could be one of the best in the league. And let's also not ignore the strategic genius here. Jerry Jones and Mike McCarthy, or whoever is calling the bigger shots these days, are making a statement. They're saying, we're not okay with an average. We're not okay with soft. We're not okay with another early exit. This is a swing for the fences hire. Saleh is not someone you bring in for a quiet rebuild. You bring him in when you want to contend now, when you want your defense to be feared again. And let's talk personnel. The fit here is fascinating. Micah Parsons is tailor-made for Saleh's scheme. The versatility, the speed, the ability to rush from anywhere on the field. Saleh will have an absolute field day designing looks around him. Then you look at the secondary. If Trevon Diggs comes back healthy and with Darren Bland ascending, you've got cornerbacks who can take chances in Saleh's zone-heavy scheme. Safety play might need some upgrades, sure, but there's a foundation here that Saleh can build on. The linebackers, too, could flourish. If Dallas adds a thumper in the draft or free agency, that front seven under Saleh could be scary. Also, let's not forget the leadership component. This defense lost Dan Quinn to a head coaching job. Players were close to him. There's a leadership vacuum. Saleh can fill that immediately. He's a motivator, someone who gets in players' faces when they mess up, but also celebrates every big play like it's the Super Bowl. His sideline energy is contagious. Cowboys fans will love seeing that fire, especially if they've grown tired of the flat, uninspired performances in recent years. Now, of course, the hire isn't officially confirmed across all channels yet, and if this turns out to be a premature report, it would be a gut punch. But the buzz is very real, and all signs are pointing to this becoming official any minute. And look, let me paint a possible future for you. It's week 1, AT&T Stadium is packed, the lights are bright, and the Cowboys defense comes out with a swagger and energy we haven't seen in years. They're flying to the ball. They're confusing the opposing quarterback. They're getting stops. The fans are loud. The players are hyped. And up in the booth or on the sideline is Robert Saleh, bald head shining, beard trimmed, fist pumping after every third down stop. That's the kind of culture shift we're talking about here. That's what this hire could mean. And even beyond 2025. Think about what this means long term. If Saleh rebuilds his rep in Dallas, he'll be back in head coaching conversations. But even if it's just a 2 to 3 year run, that could be exactly what the Cowboys need to finally push past that NFC championship barrier that's haunted them for decades. It's not just a coaching hire. It's a cultural realignment. It's a chance to shake off the ghosts of playoff failures past and turn this defense into the kind of unit that doesn't flinch in the biggest moments. And Cowboys fans, you deserve that. You've waited long enough. You've seen the promise, the Pro Bowlers, the hype, but not the result. If Robert Saleh can be the one to help this defense realize its potential, to bring consistency, toughness, and real identity, then this could go down as one of the most important hires in recent Cowboys history. It's early, but it's exciting. So let's stay tuned, keep our eyes on the reports, and hope that this time the rumors are real and the results speak for themselves. Because if Saleh is really coming to Dallas, things are about to get very, very interesting.